Welcome everybody. Welcome to TARS. Thanks for joining in. And yeah, so today's webinar, we are going to mainly cover how to build an AI agent with no code. So if you think about AI agents, things get a little complicated in your head. But with the whole task platform, it's a very simple drag and drop method with which you can build an AI agent for yourself. In this webinar, I will build out a real world use case for you that probably many companies can use for themselves. What we'll build, we'll get to that. But yeah, so we'll just showcase you how to build an AI agent with a real world use case. Now, to get started, before we get started, I'll just like to introduce myself a little bit. So I'm your guide for today's webinar. I am the Customer Success Manager at TARS with over 3 years of experience of handling, being at the customer success role. And yeah, why am I a good fit for you today to be your guide is because I build AI agents every day. That's why I've written, I build, eat, and drink AI agents for a living. I know the kind of use cases that are needed out there in the market. So I could probably help you out if you have any ideas of your own that you want to build out, but maybe we can take care of that towards the later end of the session. But today we'll build an AI loan assistant. So what do I mean by an AI loan assistant is we'll build an AI agent that takes care of all the general FAQs of customers who have like the repetitive questions that come in about, hey, am I eligible for a loan? What are the interest rates? How much loan can I take, etc., etc. So such questions can be taken care of by the AI agent. Now, what more can an AI agent do is it can detect an intent of a person, of a customer, that if they want to take a loan. So suppose I'm asking you about interest rates, and then I say, I want to take a loan. It captures the interest and logs it somewhere. Now, in this assignment, in this webinar, we will learn how to log the interest in a Google Sheet. But of course, there are many more tools available with which you can log it in your CRM systems, etc. But just to keep things simple, in today's webinar, we'll see how we can track things on Google Sheet automatically. And then there is a whole aspect of support. So there can be customers who want to take a loan, are probably struggling in the process of applying, or they're already paying a loan, but they're probably struggling to pay the EMI, the NACH system. All of that is probably complicated, and they want to speak to somebody. So how can an AI agent take care of these three things? We'll cover that in today's session. So I hope the agenda is set and you're interested to build something like that. Yeah, let's get started. So before we jump in and start building, I would require you to log into hellotars.com. Jaya, just could you confirm if you can see my login dashboard?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, perfect. So this is, so maybe you can just come on to hellotars.com and see a sign up button. Once you click on the sign up button, you land on a page like this. Let's sign up together so that I can help you with the process from the beginning to the end. So let me just put in a phone number. I'll start my free trial. I'll put in a password. Right. So the moment you log in, you land on this page, and there's a quick video that shows you how to go about the whole platform. But well, I've got you today, so you don't have to go through the video. We can get started directly. Just click on Create Agent. The moment you click on create agent, you land on something like this. This is the dashboard where you can see a lot of templates are already available from which you can build something for yourself if it matches your requirement. There are insurance renewal agents, there are HR recruitment AI agents, IT support, medical diagnostic. A lot of AI agent templates are already built. You can click any of these and explore it out, but today we'll create something from scratch. So once you click on create an AI agent from scratch, let's give it a name, say Loan Me, because it's a loan assistant. Once I click on create, I land on this canvas. So you can see it's a whole clean canvas where I can build out the workflow of the AI agent. In case you guys are also doing it along with me, I'll probably just wait out a few seconds here so that you guys can come up to speed. Yeah.
So folks, if you have some questions, you can drop them in the Q&A and we'll take them simultaneously.
Right. In case you have struggled, in case you're struggling to log in, etc., you can put in your questions. Great. I don't think any questions are coming in, so I'll proceed. So yeah, now there's a whole blank canvas in front of me. I can paint my art right now. So to begin with, you can see there are 2-3 important things over here. There's this section where you can see all the agents that I'm building. I can go back to the section and I can see all the agents that I've created in the past. This is a knowledge section. So what does a knowledge do is basically an agent is like a brain of a human being, and knowledge is like the relevant information it needs to know. So the brain is going to be built out here, and the knowledge, the information, the books that it reads are all going to be stored here. And there's a segment called tools. Is basically tools are something like the performative tasks that an agent is supposed to do. We'll get to all of this in a bit. So I'm just explaining the canvas to you. So yeah, these are the main 3 segments. Then you can see a small arrow over here. Once you click here, you are going to see a make section. Here we are going to build the entire canvas. There are some configurations related to how you can further custom the AI agent. And then there are some design aspects. You can color theme your AI agent, and you can see this looks nice. I'll save this color, and then you can also make some changes to the name and name it as Loni. You can upload an image and give it a face, etc. And once you're done, you can just click on save changes, and yeah, your AI agent's front face is now ready. So we'll go back to the make section and start building the backend, the function of the chatbot. So over here, you can see a very cute plus button. We'll just click on that. Once you click on that, you can see there are some gambits. Now, what do I mean by a gambit? A gambit is basically a node, an action point, which you define what task it's supposed to do or what function it's supposed to do at that level. So agents are like just so gambits are that. And then there's a main gambit called the agent gambit. This is the AI agent gambit that is going to be used mainly in this use case today. And it acts as a brain of the whole AI agent. Hence, you see the small brain written over here, drawn over here. Now we'll just click on this agent, and over here on top right, you can name the gambit. I'll just write it as welcome, or just the start, or whatever you can name it as. Now, once I've named it, you can see there are 3 aspects to this gambit. There is a message section, there's an agent setting section, and there's jump logic. For now, I'll show you what happens in the message section is you can write the first message, which is, hi, I am Loni. And then you can add another message. Nice to meet you. How can I help you today? Right, so this is how I want my AI agent to greet the customers. So this is how I've set up the message. Now the change that I have made over here can be previewed from here. You can see a preview button on the right. And real time, whatever changes you're making, you can see it being affected over here. So you see, I wrote, hi, I'm Loni. Nice to meet you. How can I help you today? And stuff. Okay, I think I made a spelling mistake. So yeah, how can I help you today? So yeah, that's the message part of it. You can add a lot of things over here, like images, smileys, if you want. You can decorate it. Now coming to the most important section of the agent Gambit, which is the prompt. Now, what does a prompt do over here? A prompt is nothing but a set of clear instructions we are going to give the agent that, hey, this is how you're going to perform. This is how you're going to behave. So and so is your behavior. Stay in these character limits. So over here, you can see there is already a prompt that has been given that comes predefined. But if you want to change the behavior to your requirement, you can click on this expand button and click on generate a prompt. When you click on generate a prompt, you can, based on any of use cases, if they match from here, you can click on those. Say if you want to build a travel planner, you can just click on travel planner and the instructions get pre-filled, and you click on generate, and a prompt that defines the instructions, the behavior, etc. for the AI agent to perform gets generated over here. But this is not what we are going to build today, which is a travel planner. We are going to build a loan assistant. So I have a prompt that I've already created, and I'll use that and show you. So yeah, you can see the prompt got auto created over here. And if I click apply, this prompt gets saved. But I have a prompt in place that we're going to use today. So yeah, I'll show you what the prompt means, what the prompt is, etc. So no need to hurry over there. Yeah. So I'll just remove this prompt and paste my prompt. So what does my prompt actually ask it to do is it tells the agent that you are a friendly assistant, keep your responses brief, break down large answers into small bite-sized pieces, keep it bullet points, etc. And what are the instructions that I'm giving the AI agent is basically, if users have questions regarding general FAQs, for example, something about what is the loan tenure, what are the interest rates, always call the knowledge tool for every query. Now, what is a knowledge tool? We'll come to that in a bit. And then answering questions, I'm telling it how it should answer the questions. So if you cannot answer from the given information, respond, I am not sure, refuse to answer any questions that's not related from the information that I have given you, and never break character. So here we've learned kind of a structure of the instruction we are supposed to give to the AI agent. So this is the prompt that we are going to use today. I'll save the prompt. And yeah, that's the prompt in place. And you can see here, there is an LLM model that you can choose any of the LLM models that you want to use. Today, we are going to use the OpenAI GPT-4o, but there is Claude, etc. for you to peruse if you want. We are not going to get into advanced settings yet. Let me show you what this prompt is going to do. So the prompt is asking it to behave in a certain manner. We'll just click on save. Remember to always click on save when you make a change. So I've told it what it's supposed to do. I am now going to give it the information about the interest rates, about the loan tenure, etc. that it's supposed to answer. Right now, it doesn't know what the loan tenure is. So to feed it that information, I would have to go to the knowledge section. So I'll go to knowledge and I'll click on add knowledge. And for you, if there is, say, a website, you have a company website that you want to use as a knowledge base, then you can just add the website URL and it will scrape the website and get trained on your website information. But for today's purpose, we are going to train it on a PDF. So, and I'll add the PDF that I have. So the PDF that I'm adding is nothing but just having some basic information. Let me show you the PDF. So Jay, I hope the PDF is visible. Yeah, okay, perfect. So you can see that it has some basic information about how much loan you can take, what is the tenure, what are the interest rates, etc. So I have uploaded the file and it says the uploading is complete. I'll click on add knowledge base. And then I'll land on this page and I have to click on start training. So once I click on start training, the PDF is being trained on. So let's give it a minute while it trains. All right, so the training is over. Now we'll go back to our agent and we'll click on add and we'll click on this knowledge button. So when we click on knowledge, you can see there is a PDF. So we'll add this PDF button and name it as knowledge and add the PDF that we just trained it on from here and click on save. So yeah, that's how I have the information ready. I have the brain ready. All I have to do is feed the information to the agent. And that's how you just connect. And now remember to click on publish agent. When you publish it, after that, you see the small launch button. You can click on this launch button and you see the AI agent land on this browser. Now I can ask it some questions like, hi, okay, what, all right, I forgot, I forgot to loop it. So you'll have to loop these two branches back to itself and then come and then publish. Yeah, sorry for that hiccup. We'll come back here again. Hi. What are your interest rates? Like you can see now it knows that we offer 14 to 23% of loan interest rate. And that is the information that was there in the knowledge base as well. So all the information that was there in this PDF is now fed into this AI agent. So it can answer any question of yours, say from a PDF or website, etc. So coming back to this slide, now we know how the AI agent can answer your FAQs. What if it sees that users are asking it for, hey, I want to apply for a loan, and you want to come back to that user and have them fill out an application form, etc. So you want to keep a track of these users who are visiting your AI agent, right? So what we'll do is we'll just integrate it with Google Sheets so that the AI agent asks the users that, hey, can you share your information with me? I will come back to you, or some things of that sort. So what we have to do for that is first give it the instruction that it has to do that. And then once I give it the instruction, it has to make a call and update that information in a Google Sheet. So how am I going to do that? First, giving it the instruction is going to be a part of the prompt. So I'll just open this prompt. And over here, the first two instructions were related to the knowledge base. Now I'll add a third part, which is going to be about new loan applications. Now, what is happening in this part of the prompt is, you can see there's a new loan application. If a user is interested in applying for a loan, collect their name, phone number, or email ID and preferred time to speak. Log this information in a Google Sheet, updating the sheet with ID. So if you have a Google Sheet, say, I'll just create a sheet right off the bat. And this is a sheet that I want all the information to get updated on. I'll just copy this Google Sheet ID, come back over here and update it over here. So once I have given it the ID and the instructions, I'll click on save the prompt, save the Gambit, and the instructions are given, but now I have to give it the tool with which it can perform the task. So for that, I'll have to come to tools. To tools, you can see there are a lot of tools. There are LinkedIn tools, Google Doc tools, etc., with which you can perform a lot of automated tasks. For here, we'll use Google Sheet. So what we're going to do is we're connecting this Google Sheet back to this agent. Now, this is the sheet. Once you've created a tool, you'll have to make certain configuration changes, which is you'll have to add this tool. So I'll click on add tool and click on connect. So once I click on connect, I'll have to give it certain permissions. You can just select your Gmail account with which you want to give it the access to for the G Sheet. And yeah, that's done. When you come back, you'll see the screen connected. That means you're set. Click on save and click on publish. Now we'll see how the agent is going to update the Google Sheet by itself. So suppose I say I want a loan. Here as a user, I'm showing an interest of taking a loan. So we'll see what the AI agent does now. Yeah, we'll give it about a minute more. Let me restart. I'll just take a look if everything is in place. Looks like it. Connected, that's connected. Perfect. So now I'll give it my name, my phone number, and yeah. We'll wait for a minute while this happens. Maybe all of you can grab a bottle of water or yeah. Great. In case you are going, please come back because it has happened. Now you can see that it says, thank you, Pratiksha. Your information has been logged. Your team will contact you at 2 p.m. And here we can see that the action was performed. Now, in case this looks disruptive to a flow to you, we can disable this button. It would not appear, but this says that the action was completed. Now you can see if I land to this Google Sheet, the information has been populated that somebody named Pratiksha Tewari with the phone number so-and-so wants to speak at 2 p.m. So now we've seen how the agent can pick up information that you want to be stored in a Google Sheet as well. So for this use case, it's just this information. It can be anything that you want. You can collect, you know, say loan eligibility amount, how much loan amount you want, etc. So coming back to the agenda, we have learned how to cover the FAQs. We have learned how to store the information into a Google Sheet. And for the last part, we are going to learn how we can send automated emails to the people who are speaking to the chatbot. Now, for this, let's assume that there are customers who have complaints to raise and want to raise a complaint um, with the agent. They're speaking to the agent. They have a complaint. So again, what we have to do is give it the information that it should perform. So if somebody says, I have a complaint, it should ask the user that, all right, you have a complaint. I will raise a ticket for you on an email, but can you share your email ID with me so that I can raise a complaint? So that set of information needs to be again given to it in the prompt. So we'll open the prompt and we'll add that part. Now I have this part saved. I'll just copy the prompt and paste it back here. So now we have added the prompt where in case there are existing customers who have complaints, you have to perform so-and-so actions. So what are these so-and-so actions? I have to define them in steps. So the first step that the agent should do is it should raise a ticket. It has to first ask the users for their email ID, which I already mentioned. After collecting their email ID, it has to write an email. So what kind of an email should it write is what I have given it over here. So the subject line, the body should be so and so, so and so. Now, if you want, you can change the subject line and the body, etc. And the last step that it should perform is to send the email. So you have to be very descriptive. Think like you're speaking to a child and give it all the instructions that you can to the AI agent via the prompt. So now I've given it all the instructions and I'll click on save. And I'll click on save on the Gambit level again. So yeah, this is how the instructions have been given, but to perform the task of sending out the email, it has to use a tool which is going to be Gmail tool in this case. So we'll again go back to Gambits, come in the tool section, click on show more and search for the Gmail tool. So it's right about here. We'll add this Gmail tool over here. And similar to how we configure the G Sheet, we'll configure the Gmail tool as well. I'll name it as Gmail and I'll click on add tool. So you'll have to connect it again. You have to give it an authority, a permission for it to send emails on your behalf. So whichever email ID you want to send the emails should be connected over here. So for now, I've connected this email ID and it has been connected. And if you see the connected green sign here, that means you're set. Click on save. And once that is done, all you have to do is connect the tool with the brain. And once that is done, click on publish and then launch it. Now we'll see how users, if they complain to the AI agent, what the AI agent does. See, I'll say I have a complaint. While it performs the task, maybe you can come back here, just check if things are in order. Well, the prompt is given, the prompt is fine. Send the email ID by calling the Gmail tool. Okay. Just thinking again, let me restart. Okay, meanwhile that loads, I see we have questions coming in. Maybe we can also look at the questions. Jay, can you help me with the questions? I'm not able to open them.
For sure. So first is, hi, can we do it all in free version as well? Yes. Right.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Can we do all of this in the free version itself?
Yes, it's in the free version. So I've just logged in, and everything that you see, we are doing it on the free. You have a free trial that you can do. And in case you want to pick it up to volumes, in that case, you would probably have to buy a plan. And you can check out the plans in the pricing page. But all of this that you're doing on a smaller level, on a smaller scale, everything's free. So you can try it out yourself.
The next one is there some feature where based on the location of access of the agent by the client, time zone can be automatically appended in the Google Sheets?
Based on client's time zone, we append the Google Sheet.
Is there a
Um,
feature? Yeah.
what do you want to append on the Google Sheet? Maybe you could just give.
We also have like one similar question around this. Is there some Gambit where the new entry in the Google Sheet is added? I think it's in a case ID is generated so that the team can connect it to the CRM tool to follow up or escalate to the problem to the higher teams. Just share it. Just give me a second.
I think I'll have to open the question.
It's in the Q&A section.
Yeah, it's kind of
not
not opening. Oh yeah, it opened. Perfect. Is there some gambit when the new entry into the Google Sheet is added? A case ID. Into the Google Sheet is added. Case ID is generated so that the team can connect it to the CRM. Well, certain such, Gautam, I think certain such follow-ups that you want to make will be more seamless with the CRM tool. But yeah, automations can be made. Can we connect this with Bittrex CRM? Yeah, CRMs can be connected via APIs and via tools as well. So that is possible. We have whole set of API gambits again. So in case you don't find tools already over here, say in case Bittrex you don't find over here, there are integration gambits that we can use to connect it to your CRM. So it can happen with any CRM. I'm sure Bittrex has APIs that with which we can connect this. So I hope that answers your question, Rajita. Bani question is, how would I share the agent and how would I be able to see responses of the agent and whether it did the task correctly? Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So while this loads, and I ask the question again. Okay, so all the conversation that has happened till now can be checked from this check data part. You can come here and click on view and export data. And once you come here, you can see all the past conversations that have happened between the user and the AI agent. So it's set up in a chronological order. So the latest ones are on top. You can see the users have asked about the complaint, and then the previous questions here were about loan, etc. And you can set up the time period for which you want to look at. Say you want to look at how many questions came in last month for August, or till from August to September, or just for September. So all of that details can be seen here. Okay, so we'll come back here and it's asking me for the email ID. So I've given it my email ID. It should ask me what my complaint is about next. So let's hope that happens fast. Do we have any more questions? Um, can we do
Yes. Uh, it is there some prompt or method where the responses can be more quick?
Is there some prompt or method where the responses can be more quick? So Gautam, basically, usually it is quick. As less complicated your prompt is, and as clean as your prompt is, um, it is going to be quicker. And it also depends on the kind of model that you have in place, the kind of network that you have currently. All of those are a contributing factor for the speed of the replies. I'll just share these details. So, Pratiksha Tewari, my complaint is about a loan EMI issue, and my description of my complaint is my last month EMI got debited twice. Can you please look into it? So it has asked me for these information so that it can create the email correctly. Because if you remember, the prompt has specifically mentioned over here in the email format that it asks for customer name, it asks for their email ID, it asks for the category, and then it also asks for a description. So all of these information, it has to collect from the user so that it can create the email properly. So now we can see that it says your email has been successfully registered, so and so is your ticket ID. And these are two tasks that we can see it has successfully performed. When you launch it for your customers, you can disable these buttons so it would not appear for your end users. But this just gives you an idea that, okay, the email was created and then the Gmail was also sent. Now I will open up my email and just show you how the email I've received looks. Jaya, can you confirm if you can see the email? Okay, perfect. So you can see the email I have received is just received it right now, and it's come from the email ID to which I had configured the Gmail tool. And this is the email body. So it says, "Hey, Pratiksha Tewari, thank you for reaching out. So and so is the loan category, loan EMI issue. It has captured the date and it has also captured the description." So an email has started. What you could do is probably loop in the concerned team people as well in the email and take the case forward from there. So that's about it on the functioning aspect that I wanted to cover in terms of what an AI agent can do for you. So here we saw that the AI agent can answer questions for you from the about loan tenure, about interest rates, or any other such FAQ questions. It can update a Google Sheet for you. Or if you have a HubSpot or Salesforce or Bittrex, other kind of CRM integrations made, it can automatically send the lead information over there. It's so easy to set up. And at the same time, if there are emails that needs to be automated, that can also be sent out. So we just saw how everything can be automated using this AI agent. That's about all that we are going to cover in this session. Open to more questions if there are any.
I have a few more.
Saying no more questions. So I'll stop sharing. Yeah.
We do have a few more questions.
Okay. We have we are creating an inquiry management system. Can the bot send audio and brochures? In the final stage, we need to capture these details in the selected sheets created for each branch and notify them. Can the bot send audio and brochures. So I can't see the name, but the if there are some information that you want to send out, you can send it by say a link or a Gmail, and a formatted Gmail like we just saw. The body is already written and the body can contain the links of the brochures or the audios that you want to send across. So yeah, we can keep it apart if it's static like that. But in case there are more dynamic aspects to it that you want the audio and brochures to keep changing, we can dig a little deeper in it, but yeah, we'll have to understand how, what, etc. a little more deeply. Next question. Um, is it dependent on the trial version or paid version of TARS that we use, or just based on the shortened complexity of the prompt regarding the response time? So, no, it's mainly regarding how well you create the AI agent, how many tools are there, which models you use. Are you using 4.0? Are you using a cloud? Are you using, is your network weak? If your prompts are not well structured, the AI agent might get confused and it might take more time to respond. So a lot of these aspects contribute. It's not anything to do with the trial or paid versions. Do the AI models in the Gambit affect how it answers questions or tasks? So great question, actually. It does matter what kind of model you choose for the AI agent to answer, because every model has a different LLM structure. And what it does is it creates a different kind of a response every time. So today we saw the kind of response this one created, which was a GPT-4o. But the moment you switch it to Claude, it'll answer very differently. So it basically, the models impact the structuring and the quality of the responses. Um, then we have, could you please explain the reason behind the self loop or the agent? Okay, yeah. We can actually cover that part, the self looping. I'll share my screen again. Share, is the screen visible? Perfect. So the idea of self-looping this is that this is a success branch, which means in case I tell the agent that, hey, if so and so happens, move to the next step. Now that comes into the jump logic, which is this third part. So what happens, I can tell it, when does a success happen? I can say if a user says, um, says, thank you, or ends the conversation, or says, I want to give feedback, or any kind of an end or any particular action that the user does. If that is what you want to happen, in that case, it goes into this loop. Now, I'll just add, say, a user input star rating here. That means if a user wants to end the conversation, they can give it a rating. Thank you. Kindly rate our AI services. And yeah, the ratings can be defined here. The ratings collect 5 stars. You can choose 10 stars as well. Select the user's rating from 1 to 5. And there's an agent mode to it as well. I'll first cover the non-agent mode just to explain the success branch. So we told it that if users are specifically ending the conversation, take them to this structure, to this, to this Gambit. And I'll publish that and launch it. So, thank you. That means I'm ending the conversation. So you see, the moment I said thank you and I ended the conversation, it goes into the uh, designed or this star rating loop, which is the success. So the moment I said that, hey, for you, success means if somebody ends the conversation and somebody ends the conversation, it has asked me to rate. And once I give the rating, it ends. So it says thanks and that ends. So you see how this is ended over here. But if somebody does not say thank you, keeps asking more questions about interest rates, tenure, etc., then it keeps going back into the agent loop and fetches the information from the KB, Gmail, etc. So I hope I could clear out that question, Gautam. So we have another question. Is there a way that someone can speak to the agent instead of typing? Yeah, so I'll show you how that can also happen. Once, so if this is the AI agent screen, there is this mic button that you see. If you click on it, it will record my audio. I have to give my browser the system settings, say hello. And now it is recording my audio about whatever question I'm saying. Say, can you help me with the interest rates? Just stop recording it. And it will convert my speech into text. So now I can also edit. See, in the beginning, I said it is recording my audio about whatever question I'm saying. Can you help me with? So up till this part, I'll just remove the text if I want to make any changes. If in case it did not hear me properly, I can make changes to the question and then send it. So you don't actually have to type. You can just speak your information. There's a speaker button as well. If you keep the speaker on, uh, the messages will be read out loud. So the moment it responds to me, it speaks out loud. So we'll just wait for the response to come. While that happens, I will also move on to the next question, which is there a shortcut to add the KBs? So there is. You'll have to come over here, which is the knowledge part from where
Interest rates for our personal loans range from
I don't know if
14% to 23% per annum.
Okay, so it speaks out as well. Now, coming back over here, there's a shortcut, yes, how you can create and update the knowledge tools. Over here, you see there's a knowledge section from where I showed you how you can do it. But if you feel a little lazy today, you can always come directly over here, click on knowledge, and you see website text documents here as well. You'll just have to add, see a website tool. You see it's red because it's not connected to any knowledge base. I'll have to open this up, add a resource and say, I want to train it on a particular website. I don't have any website handy. Let me just open any bank. Right, I'll just give it this link from here, click on fetch links, and it should, sorry. And yeah, from here as well, it will start fetching. It depends. A lot of times, few websites cannot be scraped so easily or it takes time. So once this gets done, you will see that the links get loaded here and it says ready to train. And then you'll train it and then click on add resource. That should be done. And once that is done, you can connect it to the agent. And yeah, so that's the shortcut. So yeah, I think we've covered all the questions as well, and we covered how you can build the canvas, etc. In case there are any more questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, one more has come in. The bot can understand the other languages as well. Yeah. So since it's AI, and the AI models are trained on a lot of languages, it should be able to answer to you in any language. So, not sure. is me asking it in a different language, and it would respond to you in Hindi as well. So, and in case you want to change the static messages, that also can be done. But you'll have to go back to the agent Gambit and make certain changes. But here you can see the moment I spoke to it in Hindi, it is also replying to me in Hindi. So it doesn't matter what language configurations you need to do, it responds to you in any language. All right, I think we'll wait about a more minute for people to throw in their questions. I'll stop sharing my screen. I feel like there are no more questions coming in. Well, I hope the session was useful. In case you all want or have any questions later on while you are building the chatbot for yourself, please feel free to reach out to customer support from the website, HelloTa's website. And if you pour in your questions and you mention that, hey, I was in this webinar, I'll personally look into those questions and help you all. So feel free to ask more questions while you're building the chatbot and taking it, trying it out yourself. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Anything from you, Jaya?
I think that's pretty much it. And if you guys do have some questions, you can leave them in our Discord community, or we'll be uploading the recording of this session also on YouTube. So you can drop in your suggestions, comments, doubts there, and we'll definitely get back to them. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.